Welcome to another episode of NeverEndingPanel.com. Tonight we have a special guest. Me. I'm your host and moderator, Donnie Collin. I'm not a special guest, but our special guest is Cody Goodfellow. Host and moderator.
I mean, I can see the moderator. That makes perfect sense. You are the moderator.
Can you just let me be two for one night?
But apparently you've been doing
it
this for
doesn't
many
cost
nights.
you anything.
It's costing time.
All right, go.
Apparently.
Go on.
Special guest Cody Goodfellow, horror and hard science fiction writer and friend and generally funny guy. Next to Cody is Carl Lemke, expert on just about everything. And next to Carl is Eitan Collin, my brother, fellow Duberhead, founder of the show, and
not host,
moderator. And not moderator. Tonight's panel topic is Geek Bling. What is it? Will you know it when you see it? Is it something only geeks should understand, i.e. fandom versus mundanes? Let's talk about it. What do you got?
Well, if you can zoom in on this.
Wow. Oh, hey. Whoa. It's a family show, man.
It's a Lord of the Rings belt buckle. Yeah, it does actually say "Speak, Friend," and enter on it. I got that at a vintage clothing store recently that my friends run down in San Diego. Frock You Vintage Clothing in San Diego.
Let us define very briefly what Geek Bling is, or what we think Geek Bling is, before you take out your Geek Blings.
Sure, it's something that signifies, but it's something that signifies within your subculture. But and you get bonus points if it's parodying the mainstream culture, like a Cthulhu fish on the back bumper of a car.
Right,
that's pretty good.
Don't you have a Coke Cthulhu T-shirt?
Skip does.
Skip does.
There's a rich industry in that.
He's a collaborative writer with Skip.
John Skip.
John Skip. Thank you. Yep. So that's extra points because that Coca-Cola Cthulhu.
Right.
Got it.
Yeah. Extra points also if it's something that's electronic, sparkles, shines.
That's the thing that should distinguish Geek Bling, is that it should be able to do something nifty, like a fake taser that's also a working electric razor, or a tricorder that cures gonorrhea. That'd be useful at cons, right? Right, Eitan? Right? For gonorrhea?
Tricorder that cures gonorrhea.
Or your communicator.
We should sell that.
Actually a Bluetooth.
Sure.
Yep.
Oh, that we have a friend who does that, who turns your communicator into a Bluetooth phone.
Sure. So you can actually use it as your
I think that's actually the Motorola flip phone anyways, isn't it?
Yeah, anything that you have should be able to store data.
Michelle, we know what your Geek Bling thing is with your little laser beam. We're going to get to you. My goodness. Okay, so have we sufficiently defined Geek Bling to everybody's satisfaction?
I think so. I think if we can even simplify it.
Apparently not. Yes, Eitan.
Again, basically what you said, but essentially that which identifies geeks in the apparel or the things they like to carry around and show other geeks.
Good functional definition, I think, is anything that shows up in the dealer's room at science fiction conventions.
Well, it's interesting because there are a lot of people who don't consider themselves geeks who may have something that is geek blingish.
I would go further and want to throw maker culture in there as well. Stuff that you've made that's extraordinary, that repurposes old junk, or finding new ways of making things like that useful.
Yeah, I think the Leatherman tool might actually be one of the first crossover Geek Bling articles.
Right, because it is a status signifier, but it's also useful. Just look how many things I can do.
We have a question over there.
Run, Michelle.
Run, Michelle, to the executive producer. Run!
I happen to know someone who has, from his car, created an H-Wing. And he's got the turrets on the side of his car. He's got a computer that speaks. He's got a R2-D2 on his trunk that actually makes
R2-D2 is his co-pilot.
Yes. X-Wing. Thank you very much.
Yeah, the H-Wing got wrecked.
He calls it an H-Wing.
Thought the H-Wing.
I was wondering, should I say I don't know what an H-Wing is and pretend like I'm really cool?
It's a Star. It's a Star Wars.
That I know, but the X-Wing is the Star Wars.
Yes, but his car is an H-Wing.
There were clunky varieties.
There were clunky. Was there an
H-Wing? used TIE fighters.
A B-wing and a Y-wing fighter.
Gotcha.
H-wing.
Okay,
yeah, but they technically called him a TIE
Sean
fighter.
Crosby, I apologize.
That's probably the piece of crap that gets blown up at the beginning.
He actually,
and the conversation's getting Boeing.
He actually takes this to Children's Hospital and other things, and has kids sit in it and take pictures and
so it's Geek Bling and it makes kids smile. How can you
it's Geek Bling that cures the halt and the lame. Yeah, there's a guy down in
it's transportable Geek Bling.
Yeah, there's a guy down in San Diego on that subject who has a customized trike, big old outlaw trike that he calls Star Trike, and it has this enormous Enterprise bridge. disc with a light in
I've
front of it and
seen
stuff. He's used it as the main plank in a campaign to run for San Diego mayor time and time
Yeah,
again.
I think I saw that going down the freeway one time.
He does, yeah, he does drive-bys at Comic-Con and stuff like that.
Speaking of Comic-Con, won't you be appearing there?
Yes, alongside you two fellas.
Thank you. Okay, where's your Geek Bling? Other than that, was that it, or did you want to show us your?
no.
Well, if you live in the San Fernando Valley and you follow the news or you work in the adult film industry, you know that there's only one way to signify and get respect, and that's with a samurai sword.
And I thought he was just happy to see me.
Yeah, I'm going to be living in your office from here on out, and I'd like a raise.
No more films for me. Oh, a raise.
Yeah.
Get it. Ah, very bad. Eitan,
All
did
right,
you bring
everybody.
any Geek Bling?
No, oddly enough, I have almost no Geek Bling except for my Run Fair stuff, which is far more fantasy.
I brought Geek Bling. I brought Geek Bling. Dunk, dunk, dunk. A Blade Runner patch on the side of my man bag.
Michelle,
And
walk
that
that
is
up
like
to the
only
camera so
those-
people can see it.
Only those who know
Take that
know.
and walk it up to the camera.
Walk it up to the camera.
Walk it up to the camera.
She's walking it
The
up to the
Blade
camera.
Runner patch.
It makes it
there's that camera,
14% less of a purse.
Now it's out of focus. Don't call it a purse, it's a man bag. And show them the
It's not a man bag.
steampunk ray
It's a
gun on the
purse.
front of the man bag.
Purse.
Oh, cut it out. You
All
wear a
those-
blouse, not a shirt, lady.
All those in favor of calling it a purse, raise your hand.
Oh, cameraman Frank, you weren't supposed to lift the camera off the
And we
floor
have
because
1,
it
2,
was
3, 4,
balanced
5, 6.
perfectly.
All those who insist on 7, 8. All those who say it's a man bag, raise your hand.
Hey, I didn't get a
Man
chance to put up
purse.
my fight.
What's wrong with
Did you have a
man purse?
comment? You look like you wanted to say
Donnie,
something.
you lose.
No.
It is not a man bag. It's a purse.
What's that? Ah, there you go. Thank you. Did you hear what she said?
It's too big to
I
be
say
a
she's
purse.
never
Thank you
seen
very
my
much.
mom's purse.
Anybody else want to show some geek bling in our last minute? Oh, Michelle, you've been dying to show us your geek bling.
It makes movies special.
It runs out of batteries.
It runs out of batteries.
Wow, that's
Brings
amazing.
AAA batteries and
Does
That
it
looks
vibrate?
That's working. Wow.
Yeah.
that's
Hey,
amazing.
so what is that? A pen?
It's a
Somebody get the lights, everybody.
What's amazing
gonna
is you
put
can
on the
buy
light
these
show.
at the 99-cent store now for 99 cents. I can't see it. Well, yeah, don't shoot that into camera.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we've defined Geek Bling. We've talked about what our Geek Bling is. Is there anything left of Geek Bling anybody wants to talk about in our last 40 seconds?
If you want to
Wait,
actually send us pictures of Geek Bling, please send it to neverendingpanel.com, and if we really like it, we'll post it on the site under this as a link so people can see the Geek Bling that you are
But for the
especially
fact that
proud
we
of.
don't have an email address that they can send it to, that would be great.
We don't have
I'm
an email
still-
address they can send
Apparently
it to.
not. We just have comments. But we will.
Represent, nerds.
I'm still waiting for them to come out with durable smart paper so you can wear your favorite screensaver.
And on that, we will end this Geek Bling panel. Thank you very much for being on neverendingpanel.com.